Clearly no other segment is growing as fast as the segment of the small SUVs at the moment. This is the reason why Kia now presents a car in this segment. Based on the Kia Rio, they offer now the new Kia Stonic. How it drives, what it delivers, let's find out now. One of the big pluses of the Kia Stonic is, as I think, the exterior design, because that really makes the car look a bit unique regarding to its competitors. So when we start at the front, we find this typical Kia Tiger nose here, and this is framed by these quite high positioned and very thin headlamps, and that really makes the car look very solid on the road. On top of this, we have these air intakes here, and this part here that looks like an air intake, but this is where the fog lights are, and this together really makes the car very wide and very solid. And then we have these very nice wheel arches here that gives the car the extra push. So from the front it looks wider than it really is. But now let's have a look at the side. Here the first thing that catches your eyes is that the Kia Stonic features a quite long bonnet. And that really is something that is more intense when you sit inside the car, because it really looks like it is not ending anywhere. It looks a bit like sitting in a big coupe. And then when you see the roofline here, because of the bicolor, we do have this black up here, and that really lowers the top of the car and makes the shoulder line more intense. So that really gives the car extra dynamic. Very important, this roof rail up here, that comes as standard with the car. I think that's a very nice feature, and that really looks nice as well. And then we do have the C-pillar here, which is when you have the B-color system, which is framed by the black and black, and that really gives the car an extra kick. Overall, when you look at the side of the car, you see that the car features quite a lot of ground clearance, and that is up to 18.3 centimeters depending on the wheels. But you see on top this claddings here at the wheel arches and down there, but it doesn't matter if it looks like an SUV, it is not, because you can only order the car with front wheel drive, so that doesn't make it an off-roader. I think for gravel grounds it's fine, but you shouldn't push it too hard. Regarding to the wheels, they come as standard with 15-inch, but you can order up to 17-inch. And now let's have a closer look at the rear. Here at the rear, what I really like are these three-dimensional shaped taillights. I think they're absolutely beautiful. But when you then look at the dimensions of the whole car, the car is 4 meters 14 long, 1 meter 76 wide, and only 1 meter 52 high. And that really makes the car look very solid from the rear. And that is underlined by this really massive shoulders for this kind of a car. So overall, it looks very, very solid on the road from the rear as well. The engine range of the Kia Stonic offers 3 petrol and 1 diesel engines. The petrol engines, they come with either 1 liter, 1.2 or 1.4 liter of displacement, and they offer a power range between 84 up to 120 horsepower. The diesel engine is a 1.6 liter engine, and that offers 110 horsepower. Gear shifting with the Stonic always comes with a manual gearbox, either 5 or 6 speed depending on the model. If you want an automatic gearbox, you have to wait until next year, because then Kia will offer a 7-speed automatic gearbox for the 1 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine with 120 horsepower. Our Kia Stonic features the 1 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, and that delivers 120 horsepower and up to 172 newton meters of maximum torque. In here is combined with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and I really have to say that together fits the car perfectly. You can drive the car without gear shifting too much. When you drive on a motorway or through the countryside, you can just press the pedal down and the car will accelerate easily. If you want to drive sporty, yes, then of course the engine needs a bit more of gear shifting, but that on the other hand provides you some fun because the sound of the car is not too bad. So overall, a really good pair regarding to engine and gearbox and car. The steering as well as the suspension of the Kia Stonic really gives good response. But I have to say the suspension is quite stiff. On one hand, that's positive because if you drive a bit more sporty or if you're fast on a motorway, the car is still very solid on the road, and that really gives you the impression of being very safe. On the other hand, when you drive, for instance, slowly through a city and the road is not perfect, it gives you a lot of response, which is not uncomfortable, but I think it could be a bit less there. But overall, I have to say I prefer the opportunity to drive a bit more sporty and safe, except having the perfect comfort on a not perfect road. The interior of the Kia Stonic comes very modern and fresh. Of course, you will find some plastic, like here at the dashboard or at the door panels, but that's absolutely standard for this segment of a car, and I think it's absolutely okay. What I really like with a car is that it features the same variability regarding to color and trim at the interior that you can see, as you can see it from the outside. For instance, you can have the center console in a different color, like a glossy black, or if you want, even the exterior color will be featured here at the interior, and that really makes the car a lot more modern and really gives you the opportunity to have the car as individual as you like. For its size of the car, the Kia Stonic, as I think, really offers enough space at the interior. Even me as a tall driver, I sit very nice in the car. And important is, even though it's a quite high car, you sit very deeply in the car, so that gives you a bit of a sporty feeling. What I really like is you can pull the steering wheel very close to you, and that really makes driving for tall people a lot more comfortable. Of course, when I sit at the front behind me, there's not so much space, but I think if you're a standard driver, let's say 1.80 meters, 1.85, I think there will be more than sufficient space for the people on the rear seats as well. And the boot really matches that space concept. So with the rear seats up, it offers 352 liters and an extra layer down here. When you fold down the rear seats, that increases up to 1,155 liters. And I think for a car of that size and that segment, that's absolutely more than sufficient. Of course, you can have a variety of different driver assistance and safety systems for the Stonic. For instance, there is a so-called emergency braking with pedestrian recognition. You can have a lane departure warning. You can have a rear cross traffic alert, which really gives you a helping hand if you want to pull out of a parking plot backwards. And regarding to the interior, there are some modern features. For instance, you can have heated seats, which is not uncommon in this segment, but you can also have a heated steering wheel, and this is something you will not find everywhere. What I really like with the Kia Stonic is when you order the car, and even if you order the lowest trim level, that car always comes quite well equipped. So you will have air condition on board, you will have, which I really like, a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Bluetooth connection and the opportunity to connect your smartphones via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And this is something unique, I think, and that really is something which you have to have in mind when you order a car like that. Now let's talk about something that I don't like with the Kia Stonic, and this is the noise that the indicator makes. I absolutely don't like that sound. Yes, of course, there's complaining on high levels, but this is the only thing that I really don't like with a car. That was our review with a brand new Kia Stonic, and I have to say the car really is something special, especially when you have a look to its competitors. This fresh look with a big color system that really makes the car absolutely young and stylish. But it's also very interesting regarding to the price, because here in Germany it starts at a base price of 15,790 euros, and that's not very much, and especially because it comes with a 7-inch touchscreen system on board with smartphone integration. It offers a climate control, and you have electric windows at the front as well. If you want that car really well equipped, you may use this trim level Vision, and if you put some extras in, you will still stay beneath 20,000 euros, and that's really a car that it's absolutely nice to drive and offers everything you want. Overall, I have to say that the new Kia Stonic not only delivers a very fresh and modern look, it also comes at a reasonable price, and I think this car is one of the good choices in this segment.